not sure if recording this in Houston traffic is going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. And I'm going to turn off my air in case it's giving feedback. But what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm not even going to play with y'all. Like, I'm not even about to do the, oh my gosh, where you been? I get so many DMs, so many emails, and you guys are like, are you okay? Guys, I'm fine. The thing is, like, social media in general is really not my thing. Even though, like, for as long as I can remember, I've been on social media. Like, you know, you think back in the day, like MySpace. But I've been on there, but with people that I know. So social media at this level is new for me. And I'm still very much so active on social media that I keep personal and keep to my family and my friends. But as far as like my Instagram, which I'll put up on the screen, but my Instagram and Snapchat, here and there. And then of course YouTube is like, you know, one of the biggest. And so, I don't know, like, sometimes I just don't want to be around. Like, sometimes I just want to chill and not be putting up content. And it's really hard to be in this position where it's like I have people relying on me to put out certain information, but at the end of the day, I'm really very much so obligated to my in-person and online clients. And that's where I'm on my way now. So I figured that since I have this drive weekly, that I'll start doing some car vlogs where I can talk about certain topics or kind of just talk about what's going on with me or what's going on with my clients or questions that you guys have emailed me. And that way I don't have to worry about like trying to set up my camera, trying to, you know, you guys know that I've talked about like my anxiety and depression. Depression isn't really such a huge issue anymore. It's definitely still there, but anxiety is like, has always and is still on 10. And something that really gives me a lot of anxiety is literally setting up to record. Like, because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta do my makeup, I gotta, you know, get my tripod, make sure I have the memory card, make sure everything is set up, lighting, editing. Like, it actually is like a whole thing to like record a video. So that's been a lot of the reason why I've been off of YouTube, along with the fact that, again, I'm obligated to my clients who I have to speak with online as well as in person. So like I was saying, I'm on my way right now from Houston to Austin to train my clients in Austin. I train out there weekly on Fridays, and so that's what this drive is. And I'm like, you know, usually on this drive, I listen to a sermon or something positive, a speech. Here and there, I'll listen to music. Well, okay, I drive out here on Thursdays or early Friday morning. So on the way, it's always like a sermon or something. On the way back, I listen to whatever albums came out that week. So, you know, when 444 came out, that was a lit drive back, okay? But this truck is so loud. But yeah, anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's kind of like driving me nuts with my clients right now, and just with people online who ask me questions and stuff. And that has to do with tracking your food intake. Now, this does not apply to like someone who has or has always had a healthy relationship with food, someone who maybe has a very, very minimal amount of weight to lose, or I don't know, someone who just has a healthy mindset and a healthy relationship with food. I was not one of those people, and in spite of what you may see and what you may think, I'm still not one of those people. It is a constant job to make sure that I'm working towards having a healthy relationship with food. Something that has really been a tool in all of that is tracking my food. I require my clients to do it, and I believe in it strongly. I personally currently track with my Fitness Pal, and I have on and off since I started my fitness journey. I've gotten into a bit of intuitive eating, which is kind of where you just like eat based on how you feel, still being very careful and watchful. The problem though is people who are, usually this is generally it, people who are obese or overweight, don't have a healthy relationship with food, never had a healthy relationship with food, have no idea the contents of their food, and they want to skip from tracking to intuitive eating. To me, that doesn't work. Like, how can you eat intuitively if you really don't know what's in your food, right? And so people have like such a hard time tracking. And I don't know what it is, but I don't know, this thing has been sticking out with me. My mom would always tell me not to half-ass do something, okay? Excuse the language, but for real, she would be like, especially when it came to cleaning, my mom is like a clean freak. If she saw my car right now, you know, like, no. But she's such a clean freak, and she would hate when she would give my brother and I chores, and she would be like, don't half-ass clean it, you know, whatever. And so that's kind of how I feel when it comes to like tracking the food and everything and the issues that I'm seeing people have. I'm like, stop half-ass doing it. Like, you wake up in the morning, you track breakfast, and then there's no tracking for the rest of the day. What is the point? Like, why did you even track breakfast, right? Because the whole point of tracking is making sure that at the end of the day you have met your calorie goal and not surpassed it, or not under eaten a ton either, right? And so how will you know that if you are not tracking your food throughout the day? So the number one mistake that I feel like people make whenever they start out on a journey is not tracking their food, and not half-ass tracking their food, to be more accurate, okay? Because you have to be sure that you're tracking every single meal. And then along with that, another thing that's like so freaking major is that people are not tracking their condiments. And so when you have ketchup, mayonnaise, especially salad dressing, oh my God, ranch is like one of the highest caloric ones, and you're not measuring that, like, you could essentially, like, let's say you have maybe 3 different condiments with 3 different meals, like, you literally could be overeating by 600 calories and not even know it, right? And so I just don't understand why when I provide this type of information to people that they don't apply it, and then they still go, well, I'm tracking my food and it's not working, and so like maybe I just need to not track it. I know what I eat. What? Like guys, you have to track, and you have to be like on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make sure you're measuring your condiments out when you can. Usually, especially at a restaurant or something, if they give you like one of those little dishes or to go, especially those little to go things, it'll tell you it's like 2 ounces or something like that. It's at least measured for you. And you know, as you track, and as you track at home, you'll be more able to see and really eyeball what size a serving is whenever you go out to a restaurant. And that's something that just takes practice, you know, like you just have to actually do it. There's like no kind of like shortcut or anything like that to it. You just have to actually put in the work and track. And so I don't know, I feel like that's one of the, like, if not the most commonly made mistake, is that people are not tracking. They're not tracking condiments. They're not tracking some meals. Guys, if you don't track that Snickers that you ate, like, it doesn't mean the Snickers doesn't exist. Like, it still exists, and it's gonna show. Like, it's gonna show whenever you see that you're not losing weight, or whenever you see that you're not losing inches and things like that. So it's definitely gonna show. It's hot. I'm turning this air back on. Houston is hot as hell. Like, my makeup is probably sliding off of my face. What was I saying? So I guess the last thing that I wanted to mention about tracking is tracking your water intake. That's really huge too. You can definitely do that on MyFitnessPal. It allows you to track in ounces and cups, however you decide to track yours. I have this water bottle. It's a 32-ounce water bottle. I drink about 4 or 5 of them a day. And I have MyFitnessPal set up where it's just like it automatically has 32 ounces, because that's what I drink out of. And I'll just like go in and add that every time I finish a bottle. And that's something I still do. You would think like, oh, just drink 4 bottles, like you've been doing it for so long. But honestly, sometimes I get so caught up and busy, I don't realize I haven't gotten my water in for the day. So even for me, it's something that's beneficial. And I just want you guys to see that, like, the thing is, like, currently I do not have to track. You know what I mean? I do not have to track at this point. Like, I kind of know, but I still use the tool because I can make mistakes, and sometimes I can, underestimate something, and then it ends up being a ton of calories. Or sometimes I just need to know that I'm tracking, and the fact that I know that I'm tracking is what keeps me on point. And so let me say that tracking is not something that you have to do for the rest of your life, if that's what you're thinking. But also, if you did have to do it for the rest of your life, it's not that bad. Like, you get used to it. And I'm kind of at a point now where I'm really... Okay, that's dark. I'm kind of at a point now where I'm like really uncomfortable when I'm not tracking, because I feel like I'm missing something. Like, I feel like I forgot to put something or take something into consideration whenever I'm not tracking. And so for me, that's the reason why I personally still track. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to make you guys aware of that, mostly because I know my clients are watching this, and yes, I'm talking to you. If you think I'm talking to you, I am. And there's definitely more than one of you. But guys, don't keep going in this circle, in this like cycle of failure. If you don't like put something into it 100%, you can't say it didn't work. Like, it's not gonna work if you don't do it. So track your food and track everything. Track your condiments. And it's so easy to find restaurants and stuff like that on MyFitnessPal. You literally scan the food, okay? Invest in a food scale. Why? Because you need to know exactly how much you're eating. And then you're going to get to a point where you don't need the food scale. You can literally look at it and say, okay, that's 4 ounces. You know what I'm saying? So literally, a food scale is like $15 or less. Like, you spend $15 at McDonald's drive-thru. So I think you can save $15 and get a food scale, right? Do you guys see how crazy Houston is? Like, I freaking took the lipstick off my teeth, and it's raining out here. Like, oh Lord, I think it's time for me to close this video out. Make sure you guys are following me on all social media: Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to be on there as much as I can. I'm going to be back on YouTube as much as I can. Let me know if you guys like this whole car vlog thing. Like, I need to know, because I need to know if this is something I should continue doing, so that way I'm still putting out content, and it's not causing me anxiety, and you guys are still getting stuff, and maybe you guys can send me some questions and stuff like that. I don't know. It's new, so I still have to take this, this footage off of here and put it on my computer and make sure that it's clear and that you guys can hear me well, because I know there's like a lot of background noise. So anyways, guys, safe travels for me to Austin and back to Houston. And I'm going to see my Austin clients soon. Hopefully, I'm going to have this video up soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. That was excessive, actually. It was like... Woo. Seriously, though. Like, can you guys please subscribe? Because it's necessary. It's so necessary. Alright, guys.